Hello everyone and welcome back to Mathematics with Usman. I'm back today with another video, and this time we are going to discuss objective number 2 of the topic limits of accuracy. Students, in an earlier video we attained objective number 1, that is to find upper and lower bounds, whose link I'm going to leave in the description box. In this video we are going to learn how to calculate using bounds. So let's explore this objective number 2 of the topic in greater detail. What it says obtain appropriate upper and lower bounds to solutions of simple problems whose data is given to the specified accuracy. Dear students, when the limits of accuracy are combined, we have to carefully analyze whether to use the upper bound or the lower bound. While combining the bounds, we have to cater 4 basic operations. Addition and multiplication, they go side by side, means they follow the same rules. In order to get the upper bound in addition or multiplication, students, what you have to do, take the upper bound of the first quantity, take the upper bound of the second quantity, and this will give you the upper bound in addition as well as upper bound in multiplication of the compound bounds. In order to get the lower bounds in addition or multiplication, take the lower bound of the first, take the lower bound of the second, add them to get the lower bound in addition, multiply them in order to get the lower bound in multiplication. However, students, things dramatically change in division as well as in subtraction. In case of division as well as in case of subtraction, we have to follow the different rules. In order to get the upper bound, students, take the upper bound of the first quantity, take the lower bound of the second, and subtract them to get the lower upper bound. However, in division, take the upper bound of the first in the numerator, take the lower bound of the second in the denominator, and divide them to get the upper bound. Similarly, for the lower bound, students, what you have to do, take the lower bound of the first quantity, take the upper bound of the second, and subtract second from the first in order to get the lower bound. In division, however, take the lower bound of the first quantity in the numerator and take the upper bound of the second quantity in the denominator, and you will get the lower bound in division. I know, students, this is hard for you to digest, so let's straight away move into the problems so that you better understand these basic rules. In question number 1, what we have, the measurements given are to the nearest meters. Calculate upper bound and lower bound parameter of the given triangle. Students, in the given triangle, we are given with all 3 sides, 6 meter, 8 meters and 10 meters. And we have to find the upper bound of the parameter. What is the formula for finding the parameter? Sum all the sides. So let's take the accuracy and make it a half. 1 divided by 2, we will get 0.5. In order to get the lower bounds of all the sides, subtract 0.5 from each side. 6 becomes 5.5, 8 becomes 7.5 and 10 becomes 9.5. So for the upper bounds, add the accuracy to the given sides. 6 becomes 6.5, 8 becomes 8.5 and 10 becomes 10.5. In order to get the lower bound of the parameter, add all the lower bounds of the sides, 9.5, 7.5, 5.5. This will give you 22.5. In order to get the upper bound of the sides, add all the upper bounds of the side. This is the rule for addition that we have learned. Now for multiplication, that moves on to question number 2. What it says, we are given with the car traveling at a speed of 60 km per hour nearest 10 km per hour. Cover a distance in 3 hours nearest to the hours. Calculate the range of distance in inequality form. Students, see, we are given with 2 things. First one is the speed and the time, and we have to calculate the distance. So let's extract the data first. What it says, v is equals to 60 km per hour, time is equals to 3 hours, and the distance represented by s, that's what we need to find. Students, see the accuracy of the time, it is nearest to the hours. So let's find its half. Halving the accuracy of the time, what we get, 1 divided by 2, it is 0.5. And what is the accuracy of the speed? It is 10. So divided by 2 in order to get its number 5. Now students, since we know that what is the formula for finding the distance, and we know that s is equals to speed multiplied by the time. In order to get the lower bounds of the distance, what we have to do? We have to take the lower bound multiplied by the lower bound of the time. And in order to get the highest range of the distance, we have to take the upper bound of the speed and the upper bound of the time. So let's student first take the upper bound of the distance. What it is going to be? 60 is the original distance, add 5 to it, that will be 65 upper bound, multiply that, take the upper bound of the time, that is 0.5 plus 3, so that is 3.5, and you will get 227.5 kilometers per kilometers. And for the lower bound, what we have to do? We have to take the lower bound of the speed, lower bound of the time, 555 multiplied by 2.5, and we are getting 137.5 kilometers. Hence, the range in an inequality form is going to be distance is less than or equals to 227.5 and greater than 137.5. Let's take on question number 3. What it says, students, a cylindrical water tank has the capacity of 50 liters to nearest 10 liters. A bottle has a capacity of 1 liter to nearest liters. Find maximum number of bottles drawn. It's your turn, students. Pause the video, give it a go, and then click the play button when you are ready. Welcome back. So let's first extract the data. Volume of the bottle is 1 liter. Volume of the tank, it is 50 liters, and the number of bottles, maximum number of bottles, that's what we need to find. Students, just see what is the accuracy of the volume of the bottle. It is to nearest liter, so make it half, that is going to be 0.5. Take the capacity of the tank and it is to nearest 10 liters, so make it half, and that is going to be 5 liters. Students, see, we have to find the maximum number of bottles, and what is the formula? It is going to be volume of the tank at the top and the volume of the bottle in the denominator. Since we are having the division and we have to calculate the maximum range, so we have to take Vt as big as possible, and that is going to be 50 plus its accuracy, and that is going to be 5. So maximum value of Vt could be 55, and in the denominator the volume of the bottle should be as minimum as possible, and that is going to be 1 minus 0.5, and it is going to be 0.5. So the maximum number of bottles would be 55 divided by 0.5, that is equal to 110 bottles. And students, that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope it has some value to your mathematical concepts.